What it is there, folks. You know what it is. You know how we do it. We're back in the mix here. You probably just saw us on an interview there with Keith Tsunami Cologne. Shout out to Keith Tsunami Cologne. But hey, he did his thing there. We're still in the mix here, holding it down, doing what we can. And with that in mind, hey, we're back to talk about boxing, folks, because there was a good bit of boxing that took place here over the course of this weekend. A lot of it, or the marquee fights, of course, took place in Saudi Arabia. Now, I must admit, I didn't get to catch those live, which I'm sure a lot of people didn't, unless you were up at like 4 something in the morning on the East Coast. Maybe on the West Coast, we got a little bit of extra time and all that stuff. But hey, it is what it is. So, of course, you know what it is. 86 Boxing here, holding it down. Skywalker Boxing. Poppy Video. What's good with y'all?
Man, Man, I'm a little bit disappointed in the fantasy boxing prediction league. You know what I'm saying, bro? I did some good picking, man. But it's tough, man. We got some real good competition in there. Josh, I know, man. You was at the top for the whole. Man, you was there. Yeah. You know. It's just tough at the last week. People just start picking majority decisions and split decisions or all knockouts to try to get you. But
crazy.
So. I'm coming forward this next season. I promise you, man, I'm gonna win something.
Hey, you took that major swing there on Picasso.
Yeah.
Major.
Yeah. No. I took a swing on the live.
Okay. Oh, you did your actual thing.
Yeah, man, you crazy, bro? You think I'm gonna give my yeah? People be watching. You think I'm gonna give the competitors a leg up? You know what I'm saying? I picked KO7 like
I'm surprised, man.
I picked KO7 like everybody else, but I did pick both Garcias to win, and unfortunately, the one Garcia did win. The other fight was canceled, and that man, that had me feeling some type of way. Had me feeling some type of way because that was what I needed to get in there.
Hey, we got to get the champ in that regard because I know sometimes he'll avoid it, but then they may get a late replacement. But of course, I know usually if you get a late replacement, then more than likely, the favorite fighter probably will end up getting the win. So I guess I understand why he just avoids it and everything. But I was wondering about that. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the case there, even if you get a late replacement.
Yeah, there's not enough time for all the people to go back and pick it because it happens at the last minute. So,
salute Picasso in the mix here. Appreciate you being on the match. Back in the mix here as well.
Hey, it was a cool card, man. We had the Inoue card. We had Junto Nakatani. Both guys had a win, so they can face off in May. It was an interesting card. We had that Tsutsumi. Rito Tsutsumi, he's a prospect. He ended up getting a 4th round knockout. He's a pretty good fighter. You guys seen him on the other Riyadh cards, but I guess it was about 7 a.m. by the time Inoue fought for me. So it was about 9 a.m. your guys' time, East Coast. And the Nakatani fight, I want to go right to. All right, so Tsutsumi did great. All right, let me pass him. Let's go right into the Nakatani fight. That Nakatani fight was a real good fight, man. It was back and forth. I thought the other guy edged it. His name was Sebastian Hernandez Reyes, and he put up a war, man. A lot of people gave him credit. Those are the kind of fights that put you on, other good cards and it propels your career. Did you guys think that fight was a robbery or did you have it a draw? I had it real close, but I actually had him edging it. So
hey,
I want to say a robbery though, because it was a close fight.
Yeah. Look, I haven't seen it. I need to watch it, as a matter of fact. But I pulled up the Inoue versus Picasso last night and I was watching, so I still need to watch that one. But before you go there, Ernest, I want to tell you what I did see. I did see Paulie Malignaggi talking about it, and not to sway anything or whatsoever or whatever it may be, but I just happened to check out a video where he was talking about it, and he was saying that it was one that could have potentially gone the other way, but he also said that he felt suspicious of the other guy. This is him, not me. He felt suspicious of the other guy because he said he felt that he was walking through all of Nakatani's punches and not losing any energy or anything of that nature. So it made him feel some type of way that he never slowed down or whatever through the fight. Mind you, I haven't seen it, so I need to go back and watch it. So that's just my 2 cents there on it. You know what I'm saying? What do you think there?
Man, look, I'm not, first of all, I'm not getting ready to rub turkey feet. You feel me? Like that ain't happening with me. I'm not getting up at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning paying $100 and then not having no crowd back there to get me excited and like that. That ain't happening. First of all,
sure.
You know what I'm saying? But no, you can't have my money, man. You got enough money, bro. You can't have no more of mine. Secondly, man, look, we really got to do something about these boxing judges. Like, there's no accountability whatsoever for boxing judges. Like, how do they get suspended or something? Like, I feel like they need to come up before a council and actually explain why they gave a round to somebody, just to we need a checks and balances to make sure that they are adhering to whatever the rules are that they're supposed to be following. And these dudes are just, I don't know, man. You know, I understand they want to have Inoue and Nakatani fight because that's a big thing. Well, why did you have to go to Saudi to be able to do a fight that you're going to do in Japan anyways? You get what I'm saying? So I know the Inoue had hand wrap issues. Are any of the turkey cards, are the fighters even testing? Like, seriously, like, do we know that? Like, we can hear, we'll know if somebody's doing Vado or if they're doing, some other thing. But I can't remember the last time hearing about anybody actually testing the fighters that are fighting over there. I just, I could be wrong, but if somebody knows, let me know.
I don't know. I think it's definitely there are definitely some differences over there, just from what I've gathered from commentary and all of that stuff here over the years, and just other spots just in general. But yeah, for over there, I don't know. They're with 100% certainty. Yeah. It could be a case. I know it's not, of course, the same ones that we are necessarily accustomed to, especially if they're tied to the U.S. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if Vada, USADA, of course, USADA, I would assume not, because that's U.S. based. But Vada, are they over there? I don't know. That's a good point you bring up right there. I don't know.
Yeah, so, but the consensus online is that Nakatani lost, bro. That's what the consensus is. From all the different channels that I've been to it. They're saying robbery. And so, I mean, we don't really know. There's nobody that's going to go over into the country of Saudi and do anything that they want to do. That country is strictly controlled, and women can't even talk back over there. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, bro. I don't know. I don't like it. I don't like that it's out of our purview that, to be able to see what's really going on over there. And I'm not watching a boxing card and watching it like watching the COVID fight. Just I'm not paying to watch a COVID fight.
No, I feel you there for sure. Yeah, definitely a different environment over there. Real quick, shout out to all those that are dropped in real quick. You know what I'm saying? We talked about Picasso, Bud, Fouls in the mix there for sure. Appreciate you all. We got Rock Chalk Jayhawks, aka Rock Chalk True Crime. Appreciate you as always. Rock Chalk coming through. Carlos came through the mix here. Appreciate you dropping by there, Carlos. Verity 556. Smile for me, Joshua. I'm almost okay. Got you there. Got you. But hey,
you better watch out. He sound like he's trying to oil you up.
Hold up now. Clubber D, shout out to you, Clubber D, right here. Shout out to San Francisco 49ers, Clubber D. Hopefully maybe they'll do that thing. We'll see. But maybe you don't.
Don't smile, Josh.
You gotta be careful. Hey, oil him up.
Hey, Verity. Hey, get out of here with that bull crap. Man. Get out of here. That's Flack. Is that you, Flack?
That's funny, man. Don't make me bust into the new year.
It's the picture
that way.
That's so funny right there. Hey, but no, good to go. But yeah, man, interesting stuff right there. What you mentioned there, Ernest. I did hear that, at least piece of it, in terms of even outside of Poly, in terms of whether Nakatani won. Of course, we know that they'd already announced Nakatani versus Inoue, and That's a big money fight. Certainly, regardless of everywhere else in the globe, in Japan, huge. You know what I'm saying? Of course, it's huge for the boxing fans here in America, UK, wherever it may be. But in Japan, big time right there. You have the two best Japanese fighters right now going at it, both in the same weight class and all of that stuff. And you certainly don't want to upset that, if
Yeah.
you know what I mean.
Did you
So,
watch the
I don't know.
Nakatani fight? Did you watch the Nakatani fight?
No, I didn't watch it, so that's one I
Yeah.
still need to watch.
What about Ernest? Did you watch it?
I told you, man. Turkey can't get no money up out of me, bro. It
Right.
ain't happening. If I can't watch it the way that I watch it, it ain't happening. And I'm just gonna have to be good with that because it is what it is. But just
All right.
not, you guys
Yeah,
aren't.
it was
You guys
early.
are going to be pimping boxing,
Yes.
and I'm not paying you to pimp me.
I seen it. It's a fight you definitely have to somehow rewatch, please.
I've seen some highlights.
Yeah, it was good, bro. That opponent was very durable, man. Counters. I had him edging it, but I wouldn't say a robbery. It was close. And the Inoue fight, Inoue's on another level, bro. Like he was just locked in, bro. Like everything that Picasso threw at him, he stepped back and countered him, hit him with heavy shit. Like just his punches are heavy, bro.
Picasso isn't the fastest guy. I wouldn't call him a speed demon or anything like that,
No.
But also have you heard about the hand wrapping controversy where Inoue removed his?
I saw a little video there.
Yes.
What was the situation?
See, that was something that we talked about, Skywalker. We talked about
tape on the gauze that they were making extra padding and stuff like that.
Yeah.
They did what?
Picasso's team they watched them rap. They made them remove the tape that was on the gauze because it was stacking. Stacking is like when you add the extra gauze to make like a harder surface or
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about. So here's what I know is an issue, and I've talked to some people about this in amateur boxing if they do it like this, but apparently I heard this before. So there's some that allow, so it is supposed to be just straight gauze, and then you can use tape in certain areas, right? But as I understand it, there are those, and I believe this is the thing that they got with Felix Trinidad. I've heard at least that they would put tape on the hand, and then they would put the guys over the tape and all that stuff, and then go about it the regular way right there. So therefore, you have this tape that is underneath this gauze and where your knuckles and all of that stuff is. And that was a major issue right there. So I'm thinking it's probably something similar to that. But of course, if I think about it from an amateur standpoint, it has to be, I forget the exact centimeters when you're taping someone, or when you're wrapping someone, tape can't go beyond like this, whatever centimeter part, just right before the knuckles or whatnot. But you can have a little strip in the middle between, like it's usually between these fingers right here that you can connect it all with, and you can have tape there on the wrist area and all that stuff going back. But yeah, once you put that gauze on there, so that is an issue there. And if that tape is beyond this particular point right here, which is somewhere around here, essentially where those knuckles connect, that is an issue because it's noted that can harden or whatever. But I think what you're talking about there, Skywalker, is, and I've heard it before, it's where they use tape as the base, then use the gauze, and then continue traditionally, you know what I'm saying? Which you're not supposed to do.
Yep, and I said that to say this.
Yeah.
He didn't get a knockout, did he?
No, but
man,
he was beating the fuck out of him. Those
punches,
he didn't
knockout, though, right?
Picasso ate some big punches, bro, in that fight. If you could watch the highlights at least on Instagram, on the ring.
Man, I'm good, man. I don't need to see none of that shit. What I'm talking about is this dude has been fighting in his country, and he's been doing this the whole time. Obviously, you think they just went to Saudi and tried to do something new? You know what I'm saying? This is what the dude has been doing.
In a way, skilled though, the hit and not get hit, which, man, he was real slick this fight, bro. Like everything that Picasso did, he stepped back and beautiful counters, man. You could hear the punches, bro. And
I don't trust him, bro.
Yeah.
Hey,
And
Coach
trust
G said, "Is hey everyone, it's called a cast."
let me shout out
Yeah.
No, that is
in
what-
the house. Demetrius Bright. That's a long time, my brother. Happy holidays, man. Much love to Demetrius Bright in the audience. Shout out to
Demetrius.
City Boys. He said, "Oh, look, boys."
In a minute. I always think of that Red Man. I always viewed him as Red Man. But I see,
Yeah,
But
no,
no,
but like
hey,
I said, it's all
Coach D-
suspicious to me.
yeah, I had heard that before. Real talk about that type of rap thing. So yeah, you're not.
Yeah.
And I know it's not far off, of course, but from the amateur side and how you're going about rap versus the pro side, pretty much same thing, to be honest with you. But yeah, you're not supposed to do that. You're not supposed to have tape as your base prior to putting on the gauze. It's supposed to be gauze only, then you use the tape there to finish it off, secure things. So that's pretty crazy.
Yeah,
And-
you ever seen an African fighting? They be rapping it. They be having it got one glove. It's a big old brick. It's wrapped up. This is some African fighters. They be doing that. They only fight with one hand. It's crazy, bro. Like I was like, that's the stuff that Anyway got under his boxing glove. He got that shit.
Yeah, and hey, I will mention this is, like I said, this is what Coach Nazim. Well, he caught Margarito. He saw something there with Margarito, but I think he was the same one. Yeah, he caught. Yeah, it was Coach Nazim. So think about it. He was with Margarito in the Shane Mosley Margarito situation. Then in the Tito Trinidad and Bernard Hopkins situation, but I can't remember exactly the Bernard Hopkins Tito Trinidad one. But he had some issues like, hey, you can't do that here. I don't know if it's that tape underneath or whatever type thing, but it could have been someone in the comments you may know or whatever. But there was controversy there. But I think that's one of the things that comes about. And then you go, certain states from a U.S. perspective allow certain things, but you can't do it in other states. It's like, wow, like, Florida, you can do anything in Florida, you know what I'm saying? But that doesn't fly everywhere else.
Man, I'm gonna say this, right? In any type of competition, there are people who will do anything to win. Right? I'm talking about anything to win, and that's what their character is. And they got the people around them have that same sort of character. People don't play fair in war. They don't. So it's not abnormal for us to call it out. You know what I mean? So they don't judge us for calling it out because people cheat. I mean, the Russia, they was passing urine through the wall during the Olympics. You get what I'm saying? So you can't put it past people that they're gonna they're gonna have integrity and they're gonna be all about the sport. People will do anything to win. So it's somebody's job to catch them Mickey Fickies, and I believe a better job needs to be done of that.
No, you're right. Hey, Coach, Coach Chading, hey, he know about it. He mentioned it. Yeah, 1 inch there from that little point of the knuckles or whatever. So that tape is supposed to be beyond that. But yeah, in no way are you supposed to be putting tape on before putting your guys on. And that is some illegal stuff right there.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
Yeah, we got to have a person who wraps hands professionally to come on and actually speak about it. And they should, what is the commission for? The commission and someone from the other team is supposed to be there watching this stuff every time, right? But we don't. What Stephen Fulton, I feel like his team brought up the way Inouye was wrapping his hands. Did they say something about it?
Yeah, you see, they might have said something.
You see what I'm saying? So something needs to be done about this, man. These dudes are putting bricks up under their gloves. I mean, it's not enough that they got skills already, but you want to add a brick to it?
It's an interesting thing because you can have someone there, and I've been back there while it's being done and all of that stuff, and it depends on the person. I guess they have to be looking and kind of know, and contrary to belief, and I can just speak from an amateur standpoint. You have people with a lot of experience, whether it's coaches, fighters, been in a number of fights and all that stuff, but that doesn't necessarily know that they're really diving in and looking through the rules. You know what I'm saying? And that becomes one of the issues right there. Everyone, even if they're experienced, don't assume at least that they know the rules to that degree, and they're really keeping up to date with all of the changes and things that go about. Because that's one of the issues that you also see that is out there as well.
Yeah. And PYP brought up a good point. He said Fulton made him change the rap. Shout out to PYP. You guys subscribe to him. He'd be holding it down in Texas and all over, covers the sport real good. But yeah, man, it sometimes it doesn't matter, man. They keep doing that, making them switch it out, and it's still the same result. He didn't get the knockout this fight, but man, he was beating the shit out of Picasso.
Yeah, no, that it is crazy. Coach Chading says this plastic wrap. Mentioned seeing someone in Mexico. Hold on. Coach Chading said, yeah, it's a gym in New Mexico. I caught a trainer doing a cast. I said, go rewrap. So you hear it, folks. If you're here right now listening, no, you're not supposed to have this tape on before you put the actual gauze on. So that is true stuff right there. That is some illegal stuff. And like I said, I have heard about this taking place before, not necessarily with Inouye, but I have heard about this taking place. I have heard some controversy surrounding raps with Inouye and what's allowed to Japan and all that stuff. But it is a serious thing, and it is legit,
They said the tape can't touch the skin either. It has to go on the gauze.
Yep. Hey, yeah, no, that's true. That's true. And they usually take a little piece of tape right there, they twist it, and they'll twist a portion of it and keep the ends there, and the ends will just be secure on here, and then the ends will be secure in the inner piece. I have a video of Coach well, it's on the PBA boxing, which is our amateur boxing thing. Damn, I'm gonna have to share it, but it's Coach Calvin, who Devontae Davis coach, showing how to properly wrap a fighter. So you'll see where the tape, where gauze, all that stuff is supposed to be. You'll see how it's used when you pull that tape in between. So you'll see those 3 strips. It's usually just 3 strips. There's going in between each of these fingers right here. And it's just meant to secure it. You just kind of hold it down. But that's as much tape as you're supposed to have. And of course, you'll see a gap there with tape, and then you'll see some on the wrist and all that stuff. But it's only supposed to be gauze over here from 1 inch there, I guess, to the knuckle point of it. And that's the way it's supposed to be. I know that from an amateur referee, when I'm going and checking boxer, you know what I'm saying? And that's the first thing we look at. We look at where that tape is there. And if it's over that, then we'll make them rewrap. I've made boxers rewrap before, of course. But there's so many things you have to look for, which is crazy. I've had some mishaps as well in terms of a boxer had so in the amateur side, you can still use the cloth wraps as well. I forget what they're called, but basically the cloth wrap. And one time I missed one, and I did check it, and I just was like, I guess I was moving a little too quick. But one had sort of like a training gauze that was under the cloth wrap, and you're not supposed to do that either. So then we had to freaking do a report, all of that stuff had to be sent up and everything. He ended up winning the fight, but ultimately he ended up losing it. And that's because under the cloth wrap, he had put one of those training. You can use them in training, of course. Just a little gauze there that is under the cloth wrap. So there's particulars to it, most certainly. But you're checking for that. You're squeezing, checking to see if there's anything in there. And we've caught some where there's been on other occasion where I've seen where it's caught, where I've looked at someone myself personally, and I saw like, I see something, a different color under here. And they had one of those, but they had like regular gauze, regular cloth, or regular gauze with one of those cloth, sort of like, you can buy them where it's like a piece of gauze that is in a little thing that was under their regular gauze. And I was like, no, hey, that's not supposed to be there, because I can see it's a different color right there. And I'm like, something's off. That's one of those things. So there's so many ways in which they go about that junk. You definitely have to pay attention, So it's insane. So even if you have somebody there watching the corner that doesn't mean they're necessarily able to see everything that is going on in that way, if they don't have that experience.
Yeah. See, just another thing that we could get shored up in boxing. Hey, you need to be certified on hand wraps in order to be a trainer. That means that you need to know what's legal and what's not legal about hand wraps. And when you go watch somebody else's fighter getting it wrapped up, you'll be able to identify if they're doing something illegal.
Yeah.
Easy fix.
But hey, that's where it comes to that sort of like, depending on the jurisdiction. And there's one thing, thinking about it from a global standpoint, but we still don't even have it solidified and fully, or at least from just from the standpoint of all of the rule sets being the same across the board in the U.S. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's part of the problem as well, because you go to different states, and while it may not be every state, and a lot of states are pretty much, where they need to be, but there's still some states out there in the U.S. who operate where they may have, you see, that's why they still say the 3 knockdown rule is in effect. There's still some states out there where the 3 knockdown rule is in effect, or it can be in effect for the most part, which kind of throws things off. You know what I'm saying?
I know we're cooking on this weekend. What happened out there and with Inoue and stuff like that. I did title my show talking about the Shakur Stevenson and Teofimo Lopez January 31st.
Mm-hmm.
I did want to cook on that fight card with you guys, man, because we got Keyshawn Davis on that card as well now. He's going to be fighting Jermaine Ortiz. And it's going to be a badass card, man. It's coming up at the end of the month real quick. Time goes by quick, so it'll be here. Shout out to Bruce Gass in the chat, Champ Ross, everybody. Shout out.
Champ Rolls. Yes, sir.
Yeah. What do you guys think about that Shakur card, man?
Well, damn, I didn't know we was going to talk about it.
Yeah, my bad.
Yeah, I mean, hello.
I want to talk about it. I haven't talked about it with anybody, bro. So I've been kind of itching to talk about it.
Well, I mean, shit, I need to know who's fighting who before I can just start talking about it.
No, I want to talk about this rap situation. Let's get to the bottom of it right now. No, they're tripping out, but that's a good card, though. No, I have seen the card. I don't remember it off top here. If you could pull it up, Skywalker, but it is a pretty solid card. I know Keyshawn Davis is going to be fighting Jermaine Ortiz on there, which is a good fight right there. That is a good fight. And Keyshawn is going to 140. This is his first fight at 140. And there are some other pretty solid ones that are on there as well that I can't remember off top.
Yeah, speaking of Keyshawn
Thomas and Austin Ammo Williams.
Oh yeah,
weights right there.
Yeah, Adamas Ammo Williams. That's an interesting one right there for sure. I will say
you got Shushu on the card. He's fighting Carlos Castro.
Man, we're gonna have to do a whole show on that, fam. Like that, you can't just glaze over a card like that and not put the work into that. That's something.
Talk about who's on it, bro. I want to get people hyped up. January, man. We got Big Baby Miller. He's on the card.
Oh, yeah, he is. Who's he going up against?
He's going up against Kingsley Ibe.
Oh yeah, Kingsley. Yeah, Kingsley got a good resume. He's lost against the best, but he's tough. Jarrell Miller should win most certainly, but should be interesting.
Bruce said Ortiz is out. I haven't heard that yet. I have to look at social media.
Who is out?
I've been off of social media all day, but Bruce said Jermaine Ortiz is out. So another opponent for Keyshawn.
Well, damn.
Yeah, well, shout out to Keyshawn Davis, man. He just had an event here in Norfolk where he let people sign up to come out. It was like a toy giveaway type deal, and thousands of people were able to go there. And he's just, he's real good for the community out here. Every time he wins, he comes back and he does something for the community. So yeah, we're not just gonna let y'all pack him up and throw him away. He's a United States Olympian. And yeah, he had some issues and did some things that might have been out of pocket, but you ain't just gonna pack our dudes up and just toss them to the curb when you got people out here acting up all crazy. So I'm happy Keyshawn is back. I'm glad he's going to 140 where, that's probably where he needs to be at weight wise. You know what I'm saying? So I'm looking forward to actually really talking about the fight and comparing, what we're going to get out of that, because Jermaine Ortiz is not a slouch. Y'all saw what he did to y'all saw what he did with T.O. Like T.O. didn't just go in there and just handle him. You know what I mean? So, he can hold his own.
Yeah. Salute, man. Thank you for tuning in. But yeah, it's a dope, man. I think that's to end January out. It's fully stacked, bro. I was tripping out. I was like, damn, we got Big Baby Miller, Keyshawn, Jermaine Ortiz. And I haven't heard about Jermaine Ortiz being out. So if anybody else can verify what
Bruce mentioned that Ortiz is out.
Yeah, that's what he said, but I don't know.
I feel like they just damn announced that, just crazy.
Yeah,
shout out Munt True TV. Hey, we talk about boxing, all that good stuff right there, from the history all the way to the modern stuff right there. Appreciate your Munt True TV. Gonna check you out there, my man there, Munt True TV. For sure. But yeah, Bruce said, yeah, I know. So yeah, I guess Ortiz is out. So that's interesting. But Clubber D mentions that why did they take Hitchens off the card, to mention that Davis took his spot. So I'm guessing I guess Davis may have jumped in for Hitchens, and now it was gonna be Hitchens Ortiz, and now Ortiz is out. So it's gonna be Davis and I guess a new opponent to be determined, which is very interesting. Very interesting.
Yeah, so this fight card is supposed to be January 29th, right?
Okay, yeah. I was gonna ask what's the date. Okay, the 29th. So yeah, yeah, we're right around that point. Let's give her.
I'm asking. I'm asking. Wait, is it supposed to be
29th? The week before that, we got another big ass fight, and that's gonna be Raymond Muratalla going up against Andy Cruz on January 24th. So the week before that, we got
29th. So it is the 29th.
It's back weekends. January out, man. So
we got the 28th. So we got about 30 days between now. Technically, I guess you can say, but give or take 30 days between now and the 29th. Think about the holidays and all of that stuff. So, yeah, they'll have to get someone in, and they need to be in the gym right now, ready to.
Let me shout out Nonito. I'm gonna give him his flowers, man. My respect, man. I had the fight even closer than what they had it, man. Much love to Nonito, man. He inspires all of us, especially us guys over 40. We look up to our brother, man, holding it down. But much love to the Donaire family. Merry Christmas, happy holidays. I don't know if you guys are still in the Philippines, but much love. I don't know if you guys are back in Vegas, but much love to Team Donaire.
Well, yeah, salute to Nonito, Hall of Famer, once he decides to hang them up. I don't know if this is the point or whatever it may be. I haven't caught that fight yet. Heading into it, I did pick the other younger guy via split decision. I guess it came down to a split decision or something of that nature, right? But that's, of course, we know that Nonito, his absolute best days are behind him, and he would have likely given this guy to work here, if it was a younger version of him. But you know what I'm saying? Father Time is undefeated, as they say there, but I know Nonito can still get it in relative to what he's able to do at this particular age. So it'll be interesting. If this is the swan song or whatever, first ballot Hall of Famer, as far as I'm concerned, once they start to announce that, he's the man.
I want to tell you, we're talking about raps and how they be stacking and doing some shady shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, they kept up Nonito at night, bro. Someone came through that hotel at night and was disturbing his sleep, man, all through the night. So,
well, I mean, bro, listen, when you on enemy soil, anything can happen. Like, that's what I talked about that with Anthony Yarde versus Kovalev. They lost his luggage at the Russian airport, and then when he got to his hotel, he didn't have no hot water in his room. You know what I'm saying? Like, anything. What happened to the old girl? She got some paint thrown on her. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, anything can happen when you on somebody else's soil. Like, Nonito is a Hall of Famer, right? So in order to become a Hall of Famer, you have to have some sort of ridiculous work ethic, right? Yeah, you got to have some type of ridiculous work ethic to be that. So whatever he does, and his commentary is amazing too. He'll probably be a Hall of Famer commentary if that's something that he sticks to choose with. Mm-hmm. Some people are just good at whatever it is they choose to put their mind to, and Nonito is one of those guys. And I support whatever he chooses to do. I'm here to cheer him on and wish him the best. And I'm gonna ride with him. But when it's time to make them boxing picks, I wouldn't want the other guy by split decision, fam. I'm trying to win the boxing league. I don't care. I don't care who we interview. I'm trying to
Yeah.
win.
No, I feel you for sure. Though.
Yeah, no, y'all don't judge me. I'm trying to win.
No, I will. Hey, you gotta keep it 100. Hey, salute, Mont, True TV. We got Toby Bartlett in there. Salute that to you, Toby. Coming through, showing some love right there. Now Mont mentioned since Ortiz is out, Davis versus Hitchens can definitely happen. Is there an issue with Hitchens? Does he have an issue? Or did he just
they're first? Yeah, they've been. I don't know.
I mean, in terms of is he there's nothing preventing him from being able to step in here and do this thing? Seemingly. If so, then that would be an interesting one right
Skywalker had to drop us an article or something. Yeah, everybody bringing up this information. I haven't heard nothing about it.
I did hear about. Well, no, I hadn't heard. You're right there.
I haven't been on social media at all. I haven't checked my pages or haven't.
So we're getting it. Hey, folks are dropping it right now. So hey, if Hitchens, because I know Clubber D mentioned that Hitchens had pulled out of the fight, but if that's a fight that could happen, Hitchens versus Keyshawn Davis, of course, that would be an interesting one right there. The likelihood of it happening, of course, I don't know. At this stage, it depends. But if Hitchens, hey, it's like, hey, I'm hungry, I want it, and there's no issue, then certainly I want to see that right there.
This is for Nonito right here. Look up to upcoming championship fight against Vargas since Sutsumi can 120 days from now.
Against which Vargas? Oh, the Antonio, or is it Antonio Vargas, the one who won over in Japan? I think it might be Antonio Vargas. If I'm thinking correctly, he fought Higa here earlier, a few months back or whatever. If I'm not mistaken, is that what it is? Higa, if you know their Cowboy, is it Higa, the one that beat Higa? Is that Antonio Vargas or what is his name? So interesting.
Hitchinson accused Ortiz of backing away from the fight.
Oh,
he said he was scared. He said he was scared.
So no issue with Higgins then. So Higgins saying Ortiz didn't want that smoke. Okay, so maybe it can happen. Maybe that can happen there, folks. That'll be dope. That's a good fight right there. Let's say Keyshawn and Hitchens fought right now, 140. Damn good fight right there.
Yeah. All the fights that Skywalker mentioned are some bangers, and we need to do that. We need to do some our Just Do on that. Shout out to Just Do, by the way. We need to get him some respect and talk about that for real.
Oh, so he's going to be doing Stephanie Hahn and Holly Holmes. That's coming up. Shout out to our hometown champ. I'm from El Paso originally. Stephanie Hahn's good friends of mine. I need to hang her up on the wall too. I got some stuff from her. But,
is this on the Amanda Serrano card?
Yeah, the Puerto Rico card.
Okay.
He's fighting Holly Holmes. Holly Holmes is from Albuquerque, where I live at now.
Yeah.
So it's a battle of the Southwest. I wanted that fight to happen in El Paso or Albuquerque, but they ended up taking the fight to Puerto Rico. Man, it would have sold out in the Southwest. Those girls are got such huge fan bases. You want to talk about the community support behind these girls?
Oh, yeah. Holly's out there.
And Stephanie Hahn, it's big, man.
How do you think that fight goes, Skywalker?
Honestly, man, respect to Holly Holmes. She's tough. I believe that she should have stayed in boxing instead of UFC. I think she would have gone very far. But I believe that she's the older fighter. She's doesn't have the skills the Hans have, man. If you know anything about Jennifer Hahn, she's a beast. She fought Katie Taylor. She fought Michaela Mayer. She fought the best. She was a champ. She was one of the first champs to come from El Paso. That whole family, they got a background in martial arts too. Her father was a martial artist, so they're just built different. That whole family is beast, man. The brother's a good fighter. He fought at light heavyweight. He fought some of the. He has got a great resume as well. So the Hahn family, they know what they're doing.
So Holly was a boxer. She was a champion before she went to UFC as a boxer.
Yeah.
And then she did UFC, and she was a champion at that as well.
Yeah.
So listen, man, let's not say that she can't be the Bernard Hopkins of women boxing. Let's not
Yeah.
put it past her because she could grab that girl up and work on her on the inside.
He's
So
always
it's
in phenomenal shape for sure.
He's got more skill, bro, because she's been at it like at a hardcore level, bro. You know what I mean? And
yeah, I'm interested to see it. We'll
This will
see
be
what
an
happens.
interesting one. Hey, look,
We're gonna have to pick it, so you might as well get started.
Hey, I picked against Holly in the last one, and I was wrong right there.
Mhm.
So I know
it goes the distance, but I have Han winning it unanimously. But
Yeah.
I think it goes the distance. I think Holly's gonna get eat up by jabs, and the movement's gonna be
It'll
good.
be an interesting one.
Yeah, I picked Holly last time and I hit that. So
I picked against her, and I feel like, damn, I was wrong.
See,
I feel like I did her dirty, no doubt.
Yeah,
It's funny. Hey, Montreux said, not that I know of, he should be good to go. This is in relation to Hitchens, since you mentioned what you mentioned about Hitchens. Yeah, hey, Keyshawn seems to have been about that life in terms of he's ready to go with anyone. So if he'll take a guy like Hitchens, assuming Hitchens wants it, then damn, hopefully we can get that one right there because that'll settle a lot of things right now at 140 pounds.
man, Keyshawn is wired different. I don't think he's wired. Dude was an Olympian. People need to put some respect on the Olympians.
No doubt about it.
So,
Bruce,
what you guys think about? I want to bring up. We had a Montreux come in the chat. What'd you guys think of this fight, man? Our girl got Carolina Dubois. She's awesome, great skill fighter. She fought one of our girls, man. Camilla Panata. She's from Italy, but she's been on the show about 2-3 times.
Yeah, we talked about that the last week. You wasn't here when we talked about it. We already covered that. We talked about it. I told when we did our pre-show thing, I told everybody, I was like, people was like, oh, Dubois is gonna go in here and starch her. I was like, no, she ain't. I was the one speaking up for. I was like, there's no way that Dubois is gonna starch her because number one, she's Italian. Yeah, she was an Italian world champion type deal, and then she's training out of Mexico via Miami. So she's down there. She's getting in great work down there in Mexico in those gyms. So
I'm proud of her, and it was good, man. And
she went up a weight class.
Yeah,
so that says more about her than it does Dubois. I'm just gonna put it that way. But Dubois was definitely skills better. She was levels above Camilla. Camilla is the type of person that needs to get in there and she needs to bang it out on the inside. She's not gonna keep up with a boxer that has good footwork. And
I got a question for you, and this will answer our guy in the chat, man. What do you think about her calling out Baumgardner? And how do you think the fight goes if they do fight?
Well, Camilla and Baumgardner, or
no?
Oh yeah, we talked about that.
Yeah,
bro, that's an excellent. Yeah, that's an excellent fight. That is an excellent fight. I want to see it. I want to see it at 3 minutes around. I want to see that fight at 3 minutes around.
There's no reason it shouldn't happen. They both just fought in the same card. We've had some back and forth and all that stuff. And from all indications, the promotion seems they should be on board with it. They can fight on the same cards in that sense. So there's no excuse for it not being next. You know what I'm saying? What else is there out there right now in terms of with this buildup and such?
So in that fight, I think I again we covered it last week, or me and Josh covered it when we talked about it. I think that it would. I don't want to say Caroline Dubois is not athletic. I do believe Alicia is maybe slightly more athletic than Caroline, but Caroline, her boxing technique and the way that she delivers her punches and the way that she keeps people at the end of her range is something to behold. Right. And in a 3 minute round, Alicia's going to have some difficulty figuring out how to actually get inside of that reach and get to the body and do damage because she's not going to be able to. It's going to take her a lot to actually get in. So she's not going to be able to get in and just, if she goes in and just tries to throw 2 or 3 shots and goes back out, she's going to have a long night, bro. Like she's going to have a long night trying to get in there and get that work off.
She's better than her brher, man. Her brother's good. Don't get me wrong. Shout out to Daniel Dubois. He's a great fighter. But man, that's his same thing with Fandora. The sisters. I believe sisters better. The girls better.
And real talk, Caroline, she's a big girl. You look at her body and all that stuff, she cuts down to get to that weight. You know what I'm saying? So mentioned Camilla going up and all that stuff. Caroline cuts down. You can just tell from her body she cuts down to get to that weight. And I think she'll continue to move up here as time goes on and all of that stuff. But right now, she's in her bag right here at this particular weight and all that stuff. 130 is what it is. And I think that, yeah, man, for Alicia Baumgartner, who, of course, we've seen on the scene doing her thing and all of that stuff. Yeah, that's going to be a tough one for her. You could say it goes both ways in some sense. But, man, Caroline, she just seemed to have this style from an offensive standpoint, at least what I think about, that I've always felt like, man, she's going to be a problem for anyone she steps in there with.
Absolutely.
2026 for female boxing, man. It's heating up, man. If you're not a fan of female boxing, you guys need to get on board because there's some good matchups, man. No, fucking A. And girls don't waste no time. They go to work, and man, respect, man, to the ladies.
You know what I'll say about ladies boxing, women's boxing, kind of like the WNBA. What you see is that they operate off of their technique. Seems like it's a bit more polished. Like they're doing things fundamentally the right way. You get what I'm saying? Like I don't know. It's kind of hard to explain. I'm not saying that they deliver their punches better than men, but they're more rushed because they only got 2 minutes to get their work off. But that's what I actually enjoyed about watching Alicia fight. It was 3 minutes, and you was able to see her just outclass the girl the entire time, right? And it's because she had that time versus her actually going in and having to just start rumbling. It's like an amateur style when they're doing those 2 minutes, and I just don't think that it's giving us what we want. You know what I'm saying? And we need to ask the women, hey, what do y'all want to do? Do y'all want to do 3 minutes or do you want to do 2 minutes? If all y'all want to do 3 minutes, stand together, create some type of boxing association, and let your voice be known. We'll support you. We're not here to say it. We want to ask you what you want to do, and then we want to get behind you. Just like that. That easy.
Oh, yeah, no doubt. Hey, real quick, before we get too far from it, but I had marked one from a little while back, a little comment that happened where Smith Boy had mentioned you guys think Canelo will make a comeback.
Oh, man.
I think he will.
Man, Canelo can do whatever he wants to do, bro. He can do whatever he wants to do, but
he's still gonna make money. He's still gonna sell out. He's gonna produce money, man. Why not? And they're gonna give him. I don't think they're gonna give him the toughest competition, right? You know what I mean, right? Especially after this. So, who knows, man? They might even, if the money's right, they might even want a rematch with Bud and bring Bud back too, right? Or so.
Bud is not coming back, bro.
If they do 100 million, Bud will come back.
Yeah.
But if they ain't doing 100 million, no.
Turkey said no to the. So I said this.
Imagine they were to make Benavidez versus Canelo at 168, man.
It's not gonna happen.
Bro. Listen, man.
If the money, if fucking
it's not happening.
all that money to make that fight. That's the fight. Yeah, but now is it too late? Is it too late for that fight?
Yeah, it's too late because Benavidez said he's gonna fight Zerto at 200. He's not about to go back down to 168 from here.
Yeah, you're right.
I'm not letting any Canelo talk live. Period. I'm not doing it. I don't give a fuck who bring it up. I'm not letting Canelo talk live. The dude he got cooked by Bivol. He got cooked by Floyd. He got cooked by Crawford. And you know what I'm saying? I'm not letting that live, bro. This dude has made all these millions of dollars. I'm happy for him, but we know what it is, bro. The dude can't fight. He can't fight boxers, and
he did good. He fought a lot. He has a great resume, man. I was
he's a Hall of Famer.
But yeah, man. But it is father time, man. It happens with the best, man. It's sad to see it, man. All our favorite fighters, man. And
it's not father time. He got beat by a 38-year-old.
Boxing produces father time.
He's older.
Yeah,
he got beat by a 38-year-old twice.
Who came up?
Two times. Once when he was 23 and once when he was 33. 10 years apart.
No, I feel that.
Versus Hurd. Coach Green got some good matches. Hurd, look, Jared Hurd, Canelo already solidified. He good. Better be versus Benavidez. That's a good one, bro.
Yeah, I do think Canelo is solidified in terms of the work that he's put in from an overall standpoint. But certainly, man, there's something to Crawford coming up multiple weight classes and outboxing him with Crawford only having fought once at 154 pounds before jumping to 168 pounds. We're talking about a year in between or whatever, but that just shows you the level of locked in there, just a level of beast that Crawford is, in that sense, you know what I'm saying? Just different level right
He
there. And
showed
I don't think Canelo is the greatest Mexican fighter of all time, which has been thrown out there
not
for
even
him
top
for a
5.
number of people. And I think this probably, or at least it should, for those that maybe thought he was, hey, let's pump the brakes right there. He's not the greatest Mexican fighter of all time. No doubt. He may be top 5, but I have some people that I would put over him for sure. Multiple people, actually.
See, look, Skywalker, you done got me started tonight, fam. Yeah, you done got me started tonight because, first of all, we could talk about the bullshit that boxing is on and how people are not getting paid the way they're supposed to get paid. So, yeah, Bud should have been fighting Jermell Charlo for undisputed at 154 after he cleaned Earl Spence up like I predicted, right? Yeah. He didn't get to do that, so he had to go clean somebody else up. And then he went up there and cleaned the face of boxing up. And don't nobody still want to get his dude his credit. So after he cleans the face of boxing up, one guy gets 100 million, other guy gets 50. The winner then wins. The winner should be able to ask for more money. But no, instead of them paying him, you know what I'm saying? They want to put Canelo up against somebody else, bro. Man, fuck all that. You know what I'm saying? I'm serious. That is the bullshit about boxing that I can't stand.
Canelo. Andre Ward versus Canelo next.
No. Canelo hurt shouldn't happen either.
You've been calling out Canelo though for a minute, bro. Andre
Ward. Why are you got a cape? You got a Canelo cape on right now. Or do you like that dude that much?
I'm looking around. I'm just saying there's big fights to make, bro.
Like, let that
bro. Nowadays, bro. You see. I know you're gonna cook on Jake Paul, bro. But I'm just saying, look at the views, bro. Jake Paul, bro. Look at the endorsements.
Sucker shit.
Hey, Jake, bring that moolah,
bro. Boxing's kind of shifted, bro. It's not the same. I know we love the history. We got the
Jake. We bringing that moolah, right?
Yeah. We're not supposed to allow this shift to happen.
We got the boxing historian, bro. You call him the librarian up here.
Too many people are giving these dudes platforms to be able to bring their fans in and fuck the sport up. And I'm not here to do it. You know what I'm saying? Anytime somebody talk about a Jake Paul, I'm gonna talk about that hobbit foot he got under that beard. I'm gonna talk about that duck butter collection sack he got in his jaw. I'm gonna talk about the duck butter flavored lip balm that he got. That's Anthony Joshua edition. I'm gonna talk about that because it's bullshit. He ain't got no business being in the sport, getting over here cutting the line because he got a bunch of money. That's bullshit, man.
Oh, that's crazy.
This is bullshit. It's bullshit.
Yeah.
Rock Chalk got a Facebook. Shout out to you, Rock Chalk. We appreciate you, Rock Chalk. We gotta hit you up.
Yeah.
Bullshit.
Rock Chalk. But no, hey, I give you that. Hey, he's he's come in, he's infused some different things in there in the mix there, but hey, I feel like we've gone back and forth over here.
We're gonna find out in May. Canelo always fights in May and fights in September, so those
Man, you still talking about Canelo? I'm about to go to the other room and get my belt back out.
Right now, we can take a guess and look back on who we guess he's gonna fight next. How about that?
I don't know.
Why Canelo, bro?
Just make a guess, man.
I don't want to engage.
I'm gonna give you a guess. Here's my guess, guys. He's gonna fight, and it's gonna be everybody's gonna be like, "What the fuck?" He's gonna fight Jake Paul.
That'd be crazy. Wouldn't be surprised, but it's crazy.
I guarantee it, man. That shit's gonna happen. Watch him. What a year from now, we'll timestamp it. We've been doing this for years. I got old interviews with Nonito singing on here, karaoke.
Hey, I don't know. Maybe that can happen. It'd be crazy. I will say that. Yeah. Chat Ross says, imagine a turkey matchup Canelo with one of his Saudi fighters as a last cash out. Hey, you're a trip there, Trip. But yeah, Crawford got Canelo red. Yes, he does. Hey, it's a trip, but yeah, Canelo. Hey, he's gonna figure out what's next for him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But hey,
You know, the Mexican fan base is just mad because they don't get a chance because he don't get a chance to get his get back. Ain't no get back.
No,
Boy,
get
you
back
got
on it.
cooked. You
A
got
lot of,
cooked.
you know what?
11-1.
A lot of Mexicanos, bro. I'm Mexican myself, and I'm gonna speak on behalf of some Mexicans, not all, because like some you said might take it differently, but a lot have a lot of respect for Crawford, bro. He's gonna go down in the history books, man. You know,
oh
and
yeah,
Yeah, no, bro. We don't want that respect
they
because
know
the
they get
respect was the
they thought
respect
maybe
wasn't.
Canelo
No,
was
you
so
gonna let me.
good.
You gonna hear this shit
He gave
because no, fuck that.
that's
Canelo
why you
lost.
gain
We
respect.
won.
When
You
guys
gonna
fight Nakatani's opponent, I want to see him back
No,
in the
bro.
ring, bro.
No, ain't no respect, bro. There is no respect when
You beat
you're
someone,
calling people out of their name pre-fight and saying the things that Mexicans were saying about black people before the fight. Ain't
that's
no
not
fucking respect
that,
after the fight, bro.
that's
You don't ain't
bullshit.
no coming back from some of that shit. That's why you can't say certain things. Ain't no coming back from that, bro. Period. You know what I'm saying? People out there, they said exactly how they felt about black people for the Canelo fight, and I'm not finna. That's why I didn't want to address this shit because that shit pissed me off the way Mexican people was talking about black people for that fight. It's a fucking boxing match, and y'all was out here bringing race and shit into it, which was unnecessary. So fuck them. I don't care if they respect afterwards or not.
There's a lot of good people out there, man. That's just a portion of bad people, man.
yeah. There's some craziness out there for sure. There's
You see it. You see it in the chats. You see it every time you try to go to crack streams or whatever. You're trying to stream a fight.
Oh yeah, it'd be ridiculous
You see a lot of evil in the world, but that's because they know you're looking at that shit, and that they want to get under your skin. There's evil people out there, but that's a small portion, bro. There's a lot of good people.
Oh no, it's not. It definitely ain't a small portion. I'm
Good
telling you that
people,
right now. We asked your girl. Remember your girl? Your girl came on here that you had going out interviewing everybody. She came on here, and I personally asked her. I asked her for a reason. I asked her. I say, hey, what percentage would you assign to the people out in the crowd that was going for Canelo? She first said, oh, about 80. I was like, 80? I was like, I didn't see too many black people out there. She was like, okay, yeah, maybe 90. That's what she said, bro.
Yeah.
So we can't. We got timestamps.
It's we're right here by the border, man. Like this is the area. It's a demographic.
So when we call it what it is, then we can't pretend. We can't pretend like that element doesn't exist. Even Dave Chappelle in his recent special brought up the Jack Johnson shit. He said the same thing that I was telling y'all.
Yeah, that was good, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, he said it.
Watch that new Chappelle, and he knows the history about the Mann Act, and Chappelle cooked on it really good. You know, he knows his shit about Jack Johnson, man, and there's a lot of history, man. I encourage people to get into channels like 86 Boxing up top. He covers a lot of that, man. There's a lot to the sport that it's a trip, man.
That's some serious. Hey, that's a little legit stuff. Ernest makes some good points. We talked about in the last one there, Ernest and I, we talked about how some of this is. I was trying to think about the specific point. Damn, I lost my train of thought right there. But we talked about a lot of this craziness that goes on there, as far as how some of the. I got it back. But we talked about how there was someone who came out against a politician or something in the UK came out against Anthony Joshua for having a Nigerian flag. And then we look here now, of course, the US, they just bombed Nigeria from a random standpoint. I don't know all the particulars at least, but they claimed certain targets or whatever, and they bombed over there. But regardless of that, but there were those who were against Joshua for having a Nigerian flag in the ring there with him. And I had noted that, hey, we see that all the time here in terms of, like, from a U.S. standpoint, you know, Puerto Ricans, they could represent with their flag. Mexican Americans, they could represent with the Mexican flag, you know, or Ukrainian Americans, they could represent with the Ukrainian flag and all of that stuff. So I don't understand the heat against Joshua in that sense for having a Nigerian flag. Nothing wrong with it.
I do, and I'll say something about it. Those are racist Europeans. That's the shit that they exported all across the world. They exported to Australia. They exported it to Hawaii. They exported to everywhere in the Pacific Ocean. They exported it to America. Everywhere they went, they exported that same racism, right? And so, yeah, when we talked about the Jack Johnson situation, that was the white versus black racism in America. Now, when we start talking about some more recent events like the Terrence Crawford versus Canelo, it's the Mexican versus black racism in America. So to act like that element is not there and it's not present is wrong. You have to acknowledge it in order to get past it. So we can't act like it's not there. You get what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
So we got to call it out, and that's the reason why Bud can't get the $100 million. They hated Floyd Mayweather. Yeah, they hated Floyd Mayweather. They hate that he was able to get all that money like that. They was like, we ain't gonna never let somebody else be able to have the type of power that Floyd Mayweather had. So of course they're trying to do everything, but they can't do. He's a brand. He's a walking brand. No matter how he brands himself, I don't agree how he carries himself outside of boxing, but no matter what he does, he earned the right to be able to do what he's doing. He earned that shit. He went out there and whooped everybody's ass, 12-0 them mostly. You know what I'm saying? And he earned that. But people don't want to give black people respect. And we're going to keep whooping y'all ass until y'all figure it out.
Well, that, hey,
yeah,
but it ain't the entirety, bro. And then it's like they want that trigger in you, bro. That's their whole.
It's there. It's there. It's gonna stay here.
But man, that ain't the.
Come get you some.
It make you think that, but it's not the entirety, bro. And a lot of us don't look. I don't look at color, bro. Nowadays, man. I don't even look how many fighters we support that are international, bro. That are from different countries, and they don't got big support. But we support them, man, and we look past that shit, man. You know, and there's a lot of good people out there, bro. It's just that
no doubt.
It's that small portion, and they like to trigger you in places you'll see it. You know what I mean? And that's.
But come on and get you some. Sometimes you could trigger somebody.
I'm Mexican, bro, and I tell everybody.
No, you're Mexican and German, right?
But there's a difference.
You're both.
I'm both, but check this out. There's a difference between a Cali Mexican and a Texas Mexican, bro. And from the border, I'm gonna tell you. And the difference is we live. I'm the minority, bro. Like it's all brown, bro. We don't have in California. It's mixed, bro. So of course you're gonna have a lot more racism. I see that in a lot of boxing chats. There's like boxing groups that are anti. You know, and they are pro-Mexican, but they are anti-black. And I've seen black groups that are anti-Mexican, anti-white. You know what I mean? I hate that shit with racism, bro. Those are groups I don't even fuck with. And I think that everybody just, should love one another, man. It shouldn't even depend on skin color. And you're right, bro. The networks and shit like that, they do a lot of shady shit. And I love that you call them out on it because
I'm gonna keep calling them out. We can't get it. Even Floyd Mayweather said, "I can't get a fair shake, bro. We can't get a fair shake."
Shields, she should marketability should be higher than what it is. She should be making more money. What she's done in women's boxing, I understand that too, bro. Like it's a business.
We could just use a Ronda. We could use a Ronda Rousey. We could use a Ronda Rousey, Clarissa Shields comparison.
We see them change people's images and shit, and where they look different, and then the network changes their image and how they appear. All of a sudden, you're like, yo, you used to. Yeah, so no, you're right, man. A lot of people don't understand the business of boxing, man. You're under contract, they can make you act a certain way, look a certain way. They don't,
see, Skywalker, man, this conversation is way deeper than what you might be willing to engage, bro. Because I can tell you right now, when Des Bryant was cooking the NFL, that motherfucker was the coldest receiver in the game at some point. Jerry, in order for him to get paid, Jerry Jones he had a clause in his motherfucking contract that said he couldn't have nobody outside of his family members that could come to his mansion that he have. He owned got a big ass crib, and Jerry Jones put it in the contract and said, in order for you to get this money, you can't do this, you can't go to clubs, you can't do XYZ. So this shit is crazy, bro. You ain't never heard no white person, no Mexican person, or nobody from any other country that had some bullshit clauses like that in their contract. So this shit is real, man. I'm never gonna glaze over this topic ever if it comes up, and that's why I just prefer to stay away from it, because I'm gonna give y'all the real. every time.
No,
Ronda Rousey's a domestic violence. How many domestic violence cases she got?
True.
You know, she made way more money than Clarissa Shields, who's in the Guinness Book of World Records for her achievements. Ronda Rousey ain't in no Guinness Book of World Records for her achievements. And she got a shitty character. How come Apple ain't get behind her? How come Gatorade ain't get behind her? How come Wheaties ain't get behind her? How come some Kia? You know what I'm saying? Canelo got Hennessy, right? Don't they market that shit to black people? How a Mexican dude got Hennessy and not tequila? So we could really get into the things that are happening in boxing, and it's some educational shit. You know what I'm saying? And people need to understand what's happening. So when people have a certain type of energy behind it, y'all need to see things through other people's lenses.
But then also
you can do
we help out the youth, bro. A lot of these kids coming up in the amateurs, man. There's a certain way to build. We just had Keith Cologne on the previous show. There's a certain blueprint to build a world champion. You know what I mean? To build someone, marketability, right? Let them be themselves, right? Have the right management, like your own family running your shit. Because once you go outside people you don't trust, you're gonna get screwed over in your career. You know what I'm saying? So,
I think that
we're having the right circle.
I think that can vary, though. You know what I'm saying? I think there's a degree of that, but I also think there is another aspect of it. You know, and I talk about this with my partner all the time in terms of if you know some individuals who or they have an expertise. My background program, or I'd say it's from this portfolio program, project management, right? So if I were dealing with someone, I would be providing them that expertise. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of whether I know them or not, or things of that nature. I would say just from a boxing perspective, from what I've seen just from being around it, sometimes it can be a tough cookie to crack in the sense that there is that trust element right there, and people don't want to be done wrong and all of that good stuff right there. But that doesn't necessarily mean that someone who isn't someone who they came up with or whatnot, I've seen it both ways, who came up with or someone who they've known since way back when they were in school or whatever, is necessarily the best person for that particular area or whatnot, or whatever it may be. One thing I would give to LeBron is in the sense of he had some of his childhood friends and all of that stuff. They went and got expertise in those particular areas. You look at them and they succeed, take over. Clutch Sports, you think about that. Maverick Carter, you think about all that type of stuff right there, and how they were able to get to where they were able to get to because they went, studied, got that expertise in those areas. But it wouldn't have worked for just anybody, you know what I'm saying, just because they were around them or whatever, but the certain individual. But I think it can be one of those things to the contrary. If you think about yourself even there, Skywalker, in terms of some of the different boxers and things we've connected with and all of that. So not everyone, of course, has the best interest of the boxer in mind. But that being said, there are those that do, and it's a tough road to get to that point. You know what I'm saying? For some, and they have to build that trust. They have to see it. They have to understand it. And ultimately, they lead to them, starting to understand and see that, hey, there are others out there who are willing to help them and see them as they go through this journey or whatnot,
Hey, yo, check this out, right? So for 2026, I have some really big plans, right? I plan on getting my, my clothing lines and my businesses and stuff back online, back up and running, so that I could then sponsor and help put money behind some of these boxers so they can get what they need to get to. How would y'all feel if I had a multi-million-dollar business, and instead of me being the nice guy that I am, is supporting the Filipinos and supporting Mexicans and supporting Italian fighters and all these international fighters that we interview, and then I just say, you know what? I'm only going to give my money to black people. That's wrong, right? Or is it?
No. And you know what, bro? I see people promoting, to support business, you know what I'm saying, by race sometimes, you know what I mean? And it's okay to do that.
Black owned businesses. We have to do that because we can't get support outside of our community. That's why we have to do. That's why we have a BET. That's why we have a Black Award show.
I support local businesses, bro, in my town. I don't look at color, but I support if it says it's black owned business, hey, more love, whatever, man. I love everybody equally. So, yeah, man, you got to do it too, bro. And we've done it before too, bro. We support a lot of people, man, on here. So
Would I be wrong though? Would I be wrong?
If you just did that only?
Yeah.
That's your preference, I guess. I mean, it's your own. To me, I wouldn't care. You know what I mean? But maybe to someone else, maybe they would, right?
See?
So, no, I'm answering, yeah. But me,
yeah. See? You see though? You see what I'm saying, all right?
Yeah.
That's it just leads to that deeper issue, bro. It leads to that deeper issue. People are not willing to. It doesn't go the other way. It only goes one way, right? And when it tries to go the other way, there's always this wall of resistance up. So I've always trying to be a person to break down barriers. I've been to all these different countries. I've been over 45 countries, bro. I love all cultures. I love to exchange food ideas and learn about other people's stuff. But it just doesn't happen the other way around. If they ain't talking about hip hop or rap, they don't care about us black engineers or us black business people who are out here doing stuff for the community and helping to build relationships with people. They don't care about us like that, bro. So that's why we end up having to do stuff for ourselves, because we can't get the same respect coming back. Everybody has to learn to respect each other. And if we do that, if we love and care on each other, man, we can build something crazy here. But there's always a divide in there, and there's always conflict coming up. And that shit needs to stop, bro. It needs to stop. Or if it don't stop, we've been whooping everybody's ass and everything else. We're going to keep whooping ass. And then we'll just keep it to ourselves. And motherfuckers can just watch us rise to the top all by our damn selves and then burn it down like they did Tulsa.
They did that. You heard, folks. Let's go. You heard, folks. That no doubt. Got to have the complexion for the protection. I hear you there, Montreux. I see you there. Just right. Salute that to you. I take up my family in peace once we have what we need, and I spread the love. Hey, good stuff there. My man, Just Frank in the mix there. Picasso, as a business owner, you open your doors to the public, no doubt.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Picasso, facts. Just Frank, we will always love our children more than somebody else's kids, but that don't mean we hate children. Yeah. Hey, no doubt. That's definitely not the case. Hey, we're here. We're here to talk about it, folks. Heavy debate right here. That's what we called it that. Give it that real-ish. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's how it goes right there. That's what I'm talking about. Barrel, even
he got the dog hype. Yeah, man. But my business, my Bell's Deep clothing line, it's an athleisure workout sector for, I basically targeted like bodybuilders and people who go to the gym heavy, right? But I also had t-shirts and stuff. And my business made a mark in the industry because I have great fabric. You know what I'm saying? I have great material it has longevity to it, and you can wash it and do whatever you need to do with it, and it's going to come out still being a great piece of equipment. And middle-aged white women from 24 to probably 45 were my highest, the people who really made my business crack off because they loved it. They showed everybody, they shared it. And so that's why I never had an issue with going and sponsoring Vince Pardas, who's Filipino, or trying to see what I could do for Camila Pinella or any of the people that we interview that are in the amateurs. That's why I'm working with Jerry Forrest. I'm in this thing to be able to help and assist. But if I'm going to be in this thing, taking my hard-earned money to assist people, I'm going to talk about the fairness. I'm going to talk about the racism. I'm going to call out, Jake Paul pimping women in boxing. I'm going to call all that shit out because I'm in here to help people make it to a level. I'm not going to help somebody go get pimped. Like, that don't even make no sense. You feel me? So, this shit got to be right, or I'm just going to leave boxing altogether. Y'all don't need me in this motherfucker. I'm very well versed. I could talk about any subject on any day at any time. You get what I'm saying? So I don't have to be in a sport that's doing bullshit to people who are dying to be in the sport. I don't have to do that.
No, I feel that for sure. No, you're right. It gets crazy out there. You know what I'm saying? It gets crazy out there. You got to keep it 100 out there and speak on what it is. You know what I'm saying? If you check the channel, all that good stuff, we talk about the history of the sport and all that goes on there and some of the different advantages, disadvantages that have taken place over the course of history. When you think about this sport right here, the sweet science as we know it, You know what I'm saying? And hey, that's something we got to keep tabs on at all times. And hey, there's some points made. We may agree, disagree on different points, varying subjects, topics, or whatever it may be. But at the end of the day, what's real is what's real. And the reality of the situation in itself, hey, that's something we just have to deal with here first and
Yeah,
foremost. So we're
yeah,
going to speak about it for sure. You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
yeah.
I hear it, folks. We're going to speak about it.
So I mean, look, hey, Bam Rodriguez, come on, Skywalker, put that camera on, bro. Bam Rodriguez, they got him at rank number 3 in the pound for pound list. You think he belongs there?
I think Bam belongs. Hey, me personally, I think Bam belongs top 5 for sure. I would put him. Well, it depends on how they rank the. Would you if you still consider Crawford? So he said he retired.
Who's the 1 and 2?
I had.
Oh, you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Who's the 1 and 2?
Well, it depends on where taking
Usyk.
Crawford out the equation. You know what I'm saying?
They got Usyk and let me see who the other one was. Usyk and Inoue.
Did
Usyk
it
in a way?
pull Bud up here because he's retired?
Yeah, I think so. I think that.
Yeah, but Bud's gone because he's
Otherwise,
that's
he'd
the
be
only
4 to 5.
No, I do.
hey.
He belongs in the 3rd spot. Jesse Bam Rodriguez.
Okay, I figured you was gonna say that.
Hell yeah. Yeah, definitely.
All right.
Who else is
Yeah,
out
I'm
there?
saying not yet.
You know that top 3 spot. Hell yeah.
Yeah. Can you say thank you? Can you, Terrence Crawford? I just want to thank you on behalf of all my people for retiring so that Bam could grace the top 3. As a pound for pound list. You see what I'm saying? Like, yeah, people won't even give him credit. They won't even give him his flowers while he's alive right now. The dude was the best thing cracking.
Yeah.
Best thing cracking, best fighter in the world, and achieved everything he could achieve. And everybody's still talking about Canelo.
Remember, I had Usyk over Bud, but now I switched that, bro. Once
I fought you on that too.
No, I give Bud his credit, man, and yeah, he got my number 1 spot after that Canelo. I told you if he did that, that's what was going to happen. So Usyk moved down on me. So I had Bud, Usyk, Inoue.
I like Bam.
Then I had Bam, and then 5th. Fuck, I don't know who I would have.
You got the likes of Better BF. Hey, I might have. Hey,
hold up a second, man.
I might have Bam 3 now too. What did I have them? I'm trying to maybe I'm missing somebody.
Y'all got Bam over Devin Haney.
Well, Devin Haney, he deserved to be up there for sure. Devin Haney,
y'all telling me y'all got Bam over Devin?
Yeah.
Yes, Skywalker, you got to be real careful.
That's a good one. That's a good one right there.
Hey, man, listen, that's why I keep it real 100% of the time, because I ain't got time to be jumping on one side of the fence and going back on the other side of the fence and coming back. It's too much to keep up with. I'm gonna always tell y'all how I feel about something, and I'm gonna keep it real with you. I'm not conflicted about any of my opinions. If I'm wrong, somebody can give me some information, and I can go. I'm man enough to go and put my ego aside and go check it out. But you're gonna have a hard time winning with me, because I'm gonna always keep it a bean.
Let me see who Ring got, and of course, it's not the end all be all. Who they got? So let me mention this, folks. So Ring has it right now. Their pound for pound record. They have number 1, Alexander Usyk; 2, Naoya Inoue; 3, Jesse Bam Rodriguez; 4, Dimitri Bivol; 5, Arthur Beterbiev; 6, Junta Nakatani; 7, Shakur Stevenson. I wouldn't have him over Haney, who they Benavidez. 8, Haney number 9.
Bam.
Gelazo.
So you got an undisputed lightweight champion, 3-weight world champion. He's got wins over George Kambosos, Vasily Lomachenko, Regis Prograis, pound for pound rankings, one of the top pound for pound. Okay, Jesse Bam, 2-weight world champion, unified champion, and I don't know. Maybe he has. Does Bam have the better resume as far as opponents? Because he took out a lot of good ass.
I don't know.
Because you got to see.
Bam does not go over Devin.
All right, so what Cambosos is better than
Bro, they got Junto Nakatani over Devin, bro. Come on, man. This is disrespectful. The list is highly disrespectful. Nakatani just lost, in my opinion. How you got him in the pound for pound over Devin?
No, you're right. That's right.
You see what I'm saying? So we have to be 3 times better than everything in every aspect of life in order for us to get on top. And then when we finally get there, we still can't get the respect that we earned to get there. So we got to take our motherfucking belts off and keep whooping ass. And we're going to keep doing it until the respect is given. Josh, we can't hear you.
You got me there. Did you hear what I read off the top 10? No, none of that.
No.
You hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Oh, okay. All right. Look, check it out. Here goes the Rings top 10 ranking. I guess I thought my thing had went off there for a second, but they have number 1, Alexander Usyk. Number 2, Naoya Inoue. 3, Jesse Bam Rodriguez. 4, Dmitry Bivol. 5, Arthur Beterbiev. 6, Junta Nakatani. 7, Shakur Stevenson. 8, David Benavidez. 9, Devin Haney. 10, Oscar Collazo. So that's very interesting right there. So I'm in agreement in the sense that, even though Shakur, that's my guy right there, but Haney, he has done more from an overall perspective to where he could certainly warrant. I can see him being in there in that 3 or 4 spot right there, depending on how you match him there with Bam. Maybe he is worthy of that 3 right
there. Bro, it's so disrespectful. This is so disrespectful. Bro, and Bam is not top 5. He's not top 5.
I think I got Bam top 5. I do got Bam top 5.
I got David Benavidez up there, and I got Devin up there.
David is legit.
Oh yeah, you get what you said. They jumping. How are they jumping the line like that?
But Haney
bro?
should be up there further though, for sure. Yeah, you're right. He should be above like Nakatani, and I don't think Nakatani's above him.
So that ain't shit, man. They ain't looking at shit. It's
Bam over Beterbiev, Bam over Bivol.
Yeah, you got to really analyze all that shit because the resume on Haney.
Now, Bam does have some pretty solid wins. He does have some Carlos Quadres. I think of that win over Estrada. Yeah. But if you look at Bam and if you look at Bam, then Debbie Haney, just them alone, the best win of the bunch certainly is Devin Haney over Vasily Lomachenko. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Though I do think that the next best win would be Bam over Juan Francisco Estrada. But the best win, if you compare their resumes and all of that stuff, certainly is Vasily Lomachenko, who was for a long period of time top 3 pound for pound there. You know what I'm saying?
Man, he was a hype job. They rolled a red carpet out for that dude because he beat up 301 in the amateurs. He's 26 years old, beating up on 17-year-olds. Bro, like I told you, I got a whole stat sheet on the Lomachenko story that they tried to push on us, talking about he was better than Ali and all. They said the same shit with Ronda Rousey, bro. So you see the propaganda machine out there at work, and I'm seeing through the bullshit. I'm gonna call it out for as long as I can. Until I get sick of it. There's a propaganda machine out there. Who bought Ring magazine? Who bought it?
Turkey.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you don't think there's a conflict of interest there?
Hey, they did say that about Oscar when he had it in Golden Boy.
Yeah, the average age of fighter that Lomachenko fought was 33, I believe.
Hey,
it's something crazy, bro. He got a high average on the age of fighters he fought.
Hey, no, I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying there for sure. Loma, hey, he was legit. He was on swivel hips there was legit. You know what I'm saying?
Motherfuckers out here selling wolf tickets to people. That's why I'm not getting up at 3:00 in the morning to pay $100 for a wolf ticket, bro. But I can't do that.
But you're right there. Haney, he deserves more respect for what he's done. And then he just took out the, I guess, top guy at welterweight now. Norman.
He fought the toughest guy they had at the division.
You know what?
And when he went to 140, he took another guy out.
No, yeah, I think when you factor it in from that perspective, when you really dive into it, Haney, I can see him being he should be probably number 3 for sure. If you're thinking about just if you think about Crawford gone, Usyk,
I mean, even from that perspective, Jamel Charlo, who was basically a undisputed champion in recess, has done more than Bam.
Well, Bam he's got a pretty solid
Quadros, bro, he had to move up a weight class. It was short notice. It was what less than 10-day notice on that fight with Quadros, and he moved up a weight class.
No, but I know he can. Yeah, he can. He probably did. Yeah, he can bounce in between some spots. I think that's a close one right there. Jamel,
that was where everybody really could put Bam on their radar. Was that Quadros fight, bro? Because he did short notice. They needed to fill. They had another opponent, and it was for the WBC strap, Superfly. Bam! He went up and handled business, made it look easy.
Champ Ross says Haney behind Benavidez and Nakatani is crazy. Yeah, hey, Benavidez is my guy as well, but I would have put Haney above. Haney, he has put in some work and he has been disrespected, and people talk about his style and all that stuff. And I like it. I can't knock it. You know what I'm saying? Haney, he does his thing right there. And at some point, you got to the opponent. They have a role in the fight in itself as well. You know, that's the same thing they said about Shakur. Like I wholeheartedly do not agree with the disrespect and those that do not like Shakur Stevenson. Hey, I'm 100% on board. I put him in a video I did on Tommy Ryan, who was one of the greatest welterweights of all time. I think he's of that ilk, that all-time generational type ilk. And I don't understand it. I don't understand the dislike for Shakur Stevenson. You know what I'm saying?
Look, I'm gonna put y'all up on some game here real quick, just in case y'all didn't know. The DAZN platform, the Zone, whatever you want to call them, it was built off the back of Devin Haney and Tevin Farmer, and a little bit of Canelo. You get what I'm saying? So Devin Haney is one of the real reasons why the Zone took off the way it did. And they were able to get an international crowd in here. That was like the first chess move for them taking over the sport. Because I remember Eddie Hearn specifically saying that he was going to interrupt the American pay-per-view market. He said that before he got off on his stuff. And all of a sudden, now they own Ring Magazine, who's putting out this bullshit ass pound for pound list. You know what I'm saying? Eddie Hearn was talking about he's talking about, oh, Devin ain't this and ain't that, blah, 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 XYZ. Well, what about Scott Nicholson, my guy? Bro, that's the boy. If you need something to go to sleep to, just watch a Scott Nicholson fight. If you want something to go to sleep to.
I think because Devin was with Matchroom, I guess he's no longer with Matchroom. I think that's why Eddie has changed the tune, because I heard that how he was talking about Haney up there with Connor in their last but I guess that
out of pocket.
It is out of pocket because Haney was just with him. I thought Haney was still with Matchroom, but I'm guessing that may no longer be the case right there. You know what I'm saying? So that's why he changed the tune all of a sudden now. You know what I'm saying?
So now we got him ninth now.
Sky Nicholson. That's Sky NyQuil.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
You need to go to sleep.
Hey, Champ Ross got the opportunity to give Sky Nicholson some dap, and she left him hanging, man.
Oh yeah. Damn, Champ. It's good to know. Sarah Brown wouldn't have done you like that, because I saw her get with the fans and talk, show some love right there after the fight right there in Houston. Let's go.
Yeah.
She should be the one in the rankings here for the she should be in those rankings for the Women's Fighter of the Year right there. Tiara Brown, baby, because of you know what? She went to Australia, all odds stacked against her, and she pulled off that title victory. Then she went and defended her title in Houston here back in September. So she should definitely be in those rankings right there. You don't see her name pop up there, but she doesn't acquiesce to the masses or whatever it may be. She doesn't compromise herself in a way that some of these others might and all that stuff. So it's crazy.
Man, champ, I wish they would. I didn't want to dap your I didn't want to dap your Harry Potter looking ass up anyways.
She did you like that, champ? That's
Hey,
crazy.
That bitch. She didn't give no respect to Champ Rouse. You know, David was cooking on it. David don't like her.
Hey, champ, we might could do a whole show on her if you want to. I'll fire her up. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Like she one of them characters, the Lord of the Ring characters too. You know, we tear her up.
You know, they were ready to crown Sky Nicholson the queen, right? You know that when she fought Tiara, they had that red belt there. The WBC made that red belt. It was all decked out in Australia and all that stuff. They thought that she was going to win that. Real talk. They thought that she was going to take home those titles. And Tiara went over there, upset the apple cart, which was expected and known. If you were in there, you knew what it is. And she took those titles from her. So that red belt came home with her. You know what I'm saying? That goes to show you that BS. But Sky Nicholson, man, hey, I got some other stories. I'm not going to share it here, but I'll show you how biased it is in this world of boxing when you come to these brands and all of this stuff. I'll show you how much of some bullshit it is. I'm not going to share it here, but just know that there is a lot of bullshit that goes on there on the back end of it. You know what I'm saying? And race plays a part in it for sure. I can guarantee you that.
You're like, where's Cadillac at? How come Cadillac ain't sponsoring any black boxers? Black people single-handedly saved Cadillac. Where they at? You know, and I could cook on that too. You know, that's another topic for another time. We need to do a show about that, Josh. Hey, let the people know.
We'll have to set something else up to let it be known there. No, but hey, I know we've been going on. It's been an hour and 30 minutes, 30 plus minutes, as a matter of fact. So hey, we probably had to get up out this thing. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
Been in the mix and all that stuff, but it does not end here. We're getting into this debate. You know what I'm saying? We're not going to stop right here at this particular point. You know that, folks. You heard. We appreciate everyone being in here in the mix with us right here. Speaking that real, they went from Cadillac to Kill, said Seth Ross.
Man, y'all got my blood pressure up before the end of the year talking about Canelo.
Blood pressure up.
Man, no, he doesn't deserve to get the closeout for the year talking about Canelo. He got his ass whooped in his last fight. The face of boxing got his ass whooped, and you know, shit, bro. Let that motherfucker breathe. Right. Let him walk that ass whooping off, because you know I know it hurt when he sit down.
Yes, sir. Hey, send your Facebook rock chalk. We're gonna connect for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
We got you. But hey, we appreciate everyone being in the mix here. Of course, we're here to talk boxing, baby, and all the stuff that goes on. Real stuff right there. But hey, it's just one of those things. Just know it's all love right here. We just speaking the real, telling it like it is here. Real world stuff right there. But no, we appreciate everyone. If you know what it is, hey, check us out. You got Poppy Chun Yayo there. You can check him out on Instagram. I mean, he's on here on YouTube and all this stuff. Myself, 86 Boxing. I'm here on Instagram, YouTube, all of that at 86 Boxing. Skywalker Boxing, same thing. Skywalker Boxing Media. Be sure to check him out. All that good stuff right there. But you know, if you're here now, be sure to tune back in next week, because we're going to be in the mix as well there, because it doesn't end just right here. And if we don't get to connect with you, of course,
I wanna ask you, Josh, next Sunday, if you guys want to have the Slim Reaper come on. He has a fight coming up to January 10th.
Slim Reaper,
Yoruba Moreau. I'm gonna try to get him on the show.
Let's do it.
Yeah, he's
hey, hold up a second now, because I'm waiting for Jerry to get back to me.
Oh yeah.
No, we got Jerry Forrest, so he's fighting on January 9th here. Yeah, so okay, you know, just let me work that out first, because I'm working on some media packages for us.
Yeah,
so
that's the same date that he's fighting January 9th too.
So, yeah, I mean, maybe we could do them both. Maybe we can do them both at the same day.
Yeah.
We can spread out. Let's set up something. I got and also Jeffrey Yu. He's gonna come on.
He's got a fight coming up. Yeah.
post fight. Then a few
Got
others.
another announcement. He got an announcement already. It's end of January or two.
Yes, sir. That's gonna be
Yeah.
here in DC. Yeah, January 30th, I think it is. He's gonna be on that card. He's gonna be going down to Maryland Live or whatever. So we're gonna have some others. So we're gonna try to get them on in the mix as well here beforehand. So stay tuned, no doubt about that, folks. Man, holiday season, of course, wishing happy holidays to everybody involved and all of that stuff. Anything you got there, Skywalker, outside of that?
I just thank everybody for tuning in. Have a happy New Year. And next Sunday we should be back live. Try to give you guys a couple good interviews, maybe some boxing talk. So you guys tap in.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, 2025 was a great year for boxing. You know what I'm saying? The king and queen, respectively, of boxing, put some respect back on the United States of America, right? You know what I'm saying? We went and showed the world who was the best at this thing that we're talking about right now. And y'all better have some respect for us when we go into 2026, because all them belts is coming back here to these United States of America. That's where they belong at, and they're going to stay here the next time we get them back. So aside from that, y'all still try to help me get my blood pressure down, because I'm here for everybody until they're not here for me. And then belt to ass. I still love y'all, but the belt to ass is coming if y'all can't show respect. So start respecting people. That's it.
Yes, sir. So, hey, much love to everyone out there. Hey, we'll be back in the mix, no doubt about it. But, hey, let's make 2026 great for sure. So, until then, hey, hit us up. We'll be around. You know, the social medias, all that good stuff. We're here for you, folks. Peace. Enjoy the rest of your 2025.